Hey guys, and welcome back to a wait. Let me change my hat. That's much better. Yes. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of CS Outdoors. I was actually planning to go fishing this morning, but it decided to snow yesterday, and because of that, it brought the temperature way down here in Texas. I think right now it's 15 degrees. So I still wanted to get a video up for y'all this week, and I know multiple people have asked to see my rod and reels that I've used. And so since I already had them all set up, I decided that is what I would do. I'll show y'all what I use, what I'm going to be using for this year, and how I'll set it up and stuff like that. So let's get to it. So this is my spinning rod and my spinning reel setup. This I mainly use for finesse fishing right now. The reel is just a cheap Shimano reel. I actually got this reel in Alaska when I went fishing up there. That was an amazing time, and maybe I will share my deep sea fishing trip with y'all later, especially while the weather is a little colder. I can definitely share that with y'all. But like I said, I got this reel, Shimano reel, just cheap at some local bait shop, tackle and bait shop, and then it came with a really short rod, and I used that for quite the longest time. But sometime this summer that rod broke, so I went to just like Walmart or Academy, and I just bought a cheap Shimano rod. This one is if y'all can, well, this is running away. This one is just a 6.6 rod, and I think it says, what does it say? Medium action bend. So that just means the backbone to it, what kind it is. That's just medium. So the next one we have here is this I use mainly for topwater and frogging, preferably more frogging. And what is it is the Daiwa Tatula. The Daiwa Tatula. Oh, running my other one. And this is 7 foot 4 inches long, and I absolutely love this rod. It is just it is amazing. I think this is a heavy. Yeah, I believe this is a heavy backbone as well. And the reel I have tied onto it is the Lum Super Duty reel. I don't know if y'all can see that. The Lum Super Duty reel. And I have 55-pound braided line. And like I said, the majority of the time I will have a frog on here. This reel is also I forgot to mention it. It is a 8:0:1 ratio. That way, when I get hit by the bass and I'm frog fishing, then I can just spin it right on top of those weeds. That way, it won't get me stuck. It won't get me stuck in the weeds, and it won't get me stuck in the lily pads and the hydrilla and all that. And that way, I have a better chance of keeping that bass just by keeping him on the top water and just reeling him in like nothing else. This right here, y'all have probably seen me use the most in my channel. And this is a, hold on, let me get that rod sock off. This is my Ducket Series Ghost XL. And the reel I have onto it, once again, is a Lum Super Duty reel. Amazing reel. I love this reel. But the line I have tied on here is 30 pounds. And this actually is the 7 foot medium heavy action rod. And this reel is a 7:1:1 gear ratio. And so I kind of use this for everything. If I'm only taking one rod out to where I'm fishing, like let's say I'm bank fishing, then I'll take this and I will just tie on everything, whether it be soft plastics, jigs. I've even tied on top water to this. I've tied on crankbaits. Usually not you know, the super big crankbaits, but I will tie those on. And so it's pretty much universal for the way I use it. Oh, dang it, the treble hook got stuck on there. So this is just a 6'6", medium heavy Uglystik Elite rod. This is a really nice rod. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. But the gear ratio to this is a 7:0 gear ratio. You can see that right there. And yeah, I like it a lot. I use this a lot of the times for my spinnerbaits, and I use this. Right now I have a jerkbait tied on, and the reason why is because I'm sitting in a kayak. Since I'm already low to the ground, I want to use a shorter rod. That way I'm not having that rod tip go into the water while I'm fishing with this, because a lot of times with the jerkbait you want to use kind of a longer rod. And so I just decided to use a shorter rod due to that fact that I don't want to, you know, put my rod tip into the water. And I a lot of times also use a chatterbait for this as well. Love the chatterbait. I also tie the chatterbait onto my ducket rod. Yes. The last rod I have set up here is, I got this. I've had this reel for a while, and this reel, I'll talk first about the reel. This reel is a Quantum Energy PT, and this was, I think, the second or third the second reel I ever made, and this was a 6:3 gear ratio, and I use this solely. I use this reel solely for crankbait fishing, and on tied is, I believe, 15-pound fluorocarbon. And in the past year, with all my videos you've seen, I actually had this rod tied onto it, or this rod connected to it, and this is a crank and stick that I got at Bass Pro Shop, and it is a 7 foot 10-inch rod, and it says it's a medium heavy action, but it is, I mean, it kind of falls more under the category of heavy, in my opinion, just the way the backbone is. It's a lot more heavy, and I mean, this was just great for casting. Like when I had these two set up, and then I had a lipless crank, oh man, I could cast it so far. This is the favorite Lum Perdition Defender rod, and this one I think is, yeah. So this is medium heavy action, 7 foot 5-inch rod, and so I was gonna use this. I mean, and on it, I was gonna use this morning for crankbait fishing, but I mean, I could use this length that it is. I could use it for pretty much anything. Any reel I want to put on it will depend on what I fish it for. It would be great jig rod. It'll be just pretty much a great rod in general. Always great, and I just like this a lot. It's just, I mean, it just looks awesome. This whole America look to it, and the red, white, and blue with this black type. I don't know. I guess you'd call it camouflage. I don't know if y'all can see that. I guess you'd call it camouflage with this red, white, and blue whole look to it. It's a really awesome rod, and I like it a lot. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know a few of y'all questioned asking me what I use for my rods and reels, and so I'm just going to show you that's what I'm using for this year. And I mean, it will change up throughout the year, of course. But like I said earlier this video, I went to Alaska, and it was the first time I ever went deep sea fishing, and it was just a great time. If y'all want me to share that story, then go in the description below